Welcome to Cat Studio. I have been really enjoying working with the Gelli plate and some fun papers. This one has some book pages and then some thinner rice paper, and I just think this is really cool. I just mounted that on a wood board. I'll finish the back of this another time, but I just wanted to show you some fun things that I just realized that I can do. So let me show you a couple here. You can see the little bricks there, and it's not stamped. Some of these are better than others, but let's take a look. This one is cute. I love these colors, these muted browns and greens. And let's flip through a few of these. This one is nice. This one looks kind of rusty. I like that. This is not my favorite, but you can see the leaf pattern in there, and then a little bit of that honeycomb. This is kind of cool. So all together, these papers will make a really nice board. I think I'm going to do this on a 16 by 20 canvas. I'm going to be very adventurous when I do it. I think I'm going to do 3 of them together. So hopefully I have enough papers. This is cool. This was my ugliest piece. Now I think it's really pretty. This is really nice. So I'm going to show you how to get this effect here quite easily. This here kind of thing. See the bricks again. I like bricks, obviously. Then the leaves. We're going to work on the leaves on this piece here. So let's get started. I'll show you really quickly how we accomplish that fun look quite easily without paint on the Gelli plate. So I've already got my paper here, when this is not my most favorite piece at the moment because the colors are too muted and there's probably too many layers. So what I'm going to do is take this here, and I'm going to take some alcohol, and I do have some alcohol cleaner that I started using at first. It has water in it, which also works, but let's try straight alcohol today and see how that works. And this paper, either newsprint or the rice paper, not sure exactly what it's called, but I can leave the link for you. It's like a tissue type paper that you use the shiny side of. So you just go in and kind of rub out the color. And it doesn't matter, those ones that you saw in here were left overnight. It doesn't matter how long you leave it sit, it's still gonna work. So overnight didn't have an effect on if this paint lifts off. So that's what we're really doing. We're lifting this off with the alcohol. And this is gonna be pretty, I hope. Look at that, and just let it dry. Don't smear it up a little, you know, because this could smear. It's still wet. So then I'm gonna pop this over here and work on that a little bit. And this is a really cool effect. I just think it's really cool. And then if you needed more dimension to this, you could take a stencil and use some of your archival inks. Ranger makes some archival inks that work out really well. And I'll do one of those with this to show you how that can add some dimension to your Gelli prints if you're lacking that, which this piece is missing a little bit of that dimension. So you just go in with your alcohol on your rag. I tried paper towel at first, which does work, but it does leave a little bit of paper towel behind. Okay, so here we have our leaf situation here, which is really cool looking. You see all those. Oop, this one didn't work out so good. Let's see if I can pop that back on there some kind of way. Okay, and for our next step, I'm going to take a stencil, one of my favorite stencils, and I'm going to put that in my little bucket of soap water. And we're gonna try this one. We'll do this one here. So I'm gonna take my inks, and I have a whole bunch of archival inks over here. They're Ranger, are they Ranger? They are. And I'm gonna take, what color? I'm gonna take a brown sort of a color. Coffee, let's take coffee. And I use my little brush, and I haven't cleaned these in a while, but they still work. So I'm just gonna go pop in a little bit here and there. Until I'm happy with how this looks. I'm just gonna peek under there. How lovely is that? I love it. You could add a different color. Let's do that. Let's put in, let's see. Let's put it, I like a green in there. Let's try a little green. My green brush. Now, if you don't like this, you can always take it out with alcohol. I think it will come out. A little bit of green here. That's cool looking. And then I'm going to do some brown down here. And you can also lift the color out of this stencil as well. So let's try that in another spot. All right, that looks really neat. Love it. So let's go ahead and get some alcohol on our little rag over here and try and lift color down here. It's just a little more difficult where the spaces are smaller, but it still works. Now, before I lift this, I'm gonna peek, make sure it's good. All right, there you go. So lift color or add color, and I think that gives us a lot of dimension to this particular piece. How beautiful, right? I think I need more leafage up in this area. Let's see. Let's try a different leaf, just for kicks. This is a cool one. Put this one, let's see, this way. And there is pink, you can see pink paint underneath that orange there. That's pretty neat looking. I really like that. I think I need more of that. So you don't always have to be stamping on your jelly plate. You can add dimension this kind of way. And it will look just as nice as if you use the jelly plate to do it, because I feel like I have enough layers here. I don't need to add more paint to this particular piece. So, oh, so cute. Just love it. So give that a try. A little alcohol on a rag and some stencils. You can use bigger stencils. You can use anything that you might have that you like the shape of. And then lift the paint out with the alcohol. Some of these are, let's see, I didn't do those. Let's look at a couple more. That one was my favorite. Yes, and this one here. This has a little bit of stamping in it. Leaves, and then the honeycomb turned out perfect. This is that same stencil, just lifted color. So that's, the possibilities are endless. So give it a try. See how you like it. Let me know in the comments below. Maybe you guys already know how to do this. Maybe I'm just like way behind, which is quite possible because I just started doing this jelly plate printing just like a couple weeks ago. Thought I'd give it a try and see, because, you know, I'm bored and not really doing much else these days. So this is fun to do and have a whole folder full of other papers too that I've been working on. And eventually I will get them on canvas, which is my plan. I don't know what you guys do with your Gelli prints, but I like to have a purpose for mine. I want to see them because I love how they look. And I have a canvas over here that I did that I will show you a picture of it at the end of the video so you can kind of get an idea what we're working towards here. And it's a canvas I made out of a puzzle board, and I back framed it with some wood, and then I put the papers on. I painted the border, what do you call that, the matte border, and then I painted black around that so it looks like it has a frame around it. It looks really cool. So I hope that was informative enough for you. Have any questions, leave them in the comment section. I'd be glad to help you out. But again, I'm brand new at this Gelli plate stuff, so that's why I didn't go on to showing you how I do my prints, because I'm still playing with it and I'm not really mastered it yet. So y'all have a great day. I will see you in the next video.